Hey guys, I'm Gentle Occasion, and today we're playing Tabletop Tavern. This actually launched, I don't know, like a week ago or something. I've been busy with other series, so I haven't rushed into it, but I thought I'd give it a go, because if you don't know, it's basically Total War roguelike. It's a Total War roguelike. They've basically they've recreated the Total War battles, and hilariously, they've also remade the options menu, which I think is pretty funny. But hey, it's a good menu, so why not? But yeah, they basically remade Total War battles and then put them into a roguelike structure, so kind of like Sovel or, you know, it's got a million other roguelikes, frankly. So we're going to give it a go. There are some meta upgrades as well, so I have a couple. So gold that you can either spend gold in a game or at the end of each, I forget when, but anyway, you can basically deposit that gold, which you can spend it on meta upgrades, but it means you don't have that gold to spend on upgrades within the run that you're currently playing, right? So there's a sort of a risk-reward there. But anyway, I have extra starting gold. 1 extra gold, hooray. And that costs 25 gold, so it's not like it really pays for itself very quickly, but, you know, fine. And I also have starting gear, so I'll be able to equip our boys with something straight away. So new campaign. So there are a bunch of different factions that you can play. 8, in fact. There are going to be more. They've promised that there will never be any paid DLC for this game. Every update is going to be free because it reached a certain number of wish lists or something, which is awesome. If it's, you know, a really successful game and they just support it for free forever, that's great. I think that's really cool. I think that's really fun. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Clap, clap. Good boy. Yeah, we got plenty of stuff. So this is basically the Empire. This is basically Greenskins. This is basically Norska. This is basically the like Wood Elves. This is basically the undead. Yeah. This is all your undead boys. This is basically Cathay. This is basically the dwarfs. And this is basically Lizardmen, I think. Although I think it's sort of like Lizardman, Beastman. I'm not sure exactly. I think it sort of toes the line between them a bit, but either way. Cool. I mean, they are obviously, they're all kobolds, so they're leaning into the lizard thing, so Lizardman technically, but anyway. What are we going to play as? I don't know. I haven't decided. Let's play as the Gruntkin, shall we? Because, I mean, look at this guy. Look at this portly fellow. I mean, with the nipple rings as well. Stylish guy. Stylish guy. Just, you know, be your best self, buddy. This is Boblin, the Goblin King. Amazing. Love it. Great. We get abilities and things, but, you know, whatever. Oh, I didn't pick any starting equipment. Sucks to be Boblin, I guess. So, it's called Tabletop Tavern because, you know, the contrivance is that you're in a tabletop playing against folk. So I guess this is the idea. This is your campaign board, and then you will go off to play your individual matches, which is quite a cool setup, but it feels a little bit unnecessary because it never really plays into anything. It's just a skybox, really. But sure, Tabletop Tavern sounds nice, doesn't it? But it also sounds like a tavern game rather than like a tabletop wargaming game. So for that reason, it feels a bit misleading. Anyway, it's nothing to do with taverns. So, we get a Chug Jug, which doubles troop health recovery. We can get arming swords. All our units are getting +6 melee attack. That sounds great, actually. Doubles gold when sold. So, this is... they've made the game very conveniently. They have gleefully just ripped off everything that they take inspiration from, which I am not saying is a bad thing. I'm saying it's actually a very good thing, because it means you don't have to relearn stuff that is just like has been made arbitrarily different than the thing it's obviously aping, just so it can claim to be different. It's just going, well, no, people... This is to attract people who want to play Total War but a roguelike, so they're going to mimic Total War as closely as possible. And they've done that with all the unit stats, which is amazing. If you look here, melee attack, melee defense, weapon strength, armor, speed, leadership, charge bonus, it even presents the whole card is presented in basically the same way. And why the hell not, right? Like, they have to have stats, may as well use the same ones that people are familiar with who would be interested in playing this game, which are Total War players. And if you haven't played Total War before and you're just playing this for the first time, then whatever. It doesn't matter what they are, you're going to learn it regardless, aren't you? So, you know, it means you don't have to learn something if you already have that information. So I like it. I think it's really clever. And easier as well, I imagine, for the developer. But to actually recreate the battle system, I think is probably no easy thing, regardless. But anyway, so we're going to fight some undead. We're going to fight some undead levies and some feral hounds. So the hounds do count as large units, which is interesting, because, well, in Total War they don't. So. Okay, so one thing I find is kind of fun with this sort of roguelike setting, and the fact that it is a tavern, I guess, is the one sort of diegetic element. You are going to roll for initiative. There's me. You're going to roll for initiative to see who goes first. Well, who deploys first. So you'll be able to see their deployment before you do, you know, similar to how you would on Tabletop. Which is kind of fun. So we do actually start with some trolls, which is cool. We start with some trolls, and just a load of goblin rabble. So we'll see how we do, I suppose. I imagine these guys will help a lot. So they don't have any, like... They've got a campaign bonus, plus 5 weapon strength for each other Gruntkin squad above 50% health. Max 20. That's pretty cool. Do you get that too? No, but it's terrifying. I don't think it's going to help against these guys. Maybe against the doggos, though. Maybe against the doggos. But anyway, we should use our charge bonus. That charge bonus of 4. That's really going to help us. Ooh, big charge bonus for you guys, though. Okay, let's go. And yeah, there's a screen shake and blood splatters and things. All very exciting. So these guys seem to be doing very badly, but that goblin rabble's going to have a bad time too, I think. We really are wading through these guys very well, so I am going to allow our goblin rabble to do the same. So the controls are identical to Total War, by the way. Even the like advanced controls, so you can even like move holding Alt and left click, and you can turn it with control, which doesn't work very well. That I will say, that is a little janky. If you're used to using that, I would ward against it a bit. It's a bit iffy, so don't rely on that. But yeah, the controls are the same. Oh, although I think control and shift to select multiple units, that I don't know what is the way Total War does it. Because I just do it instinctively at this point, but that also feels a little janky. But they basically reconstructed Total War battles entirely, which I think is rather amazing, so it'll feel familiar. For, well, for the audience of this game, frankly, you know, who would want to play this except, you know, Total War, but if it's a roguelike, you know, it's going to attract that crowd. Like me, it's attracted me. That's because I play a lot of Total War. But yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's fun how they've made it simple to understand. I think the art style is a little rote, though. I think it's a bit, you know, it feels a bit like asset pack, you know, which fine. Like, not every, you know, I think this is a solo dev, and not all solo devs are artists as well, but like the UI and everything is pretty damn good. Like, it's all very intuitive. I've never sort of found the game hasn't described something that's going on properly. I've never been left confused by anything that the game is sort of, you know, displaying. So I think that's pretty great. That in and of itself is amazing. So we get to recruit a unit. Goblin scrap shooters look absolutely adorable. Look at them. The goblin rabble. But no, goblin stalkers. They're backstabbers. Deal double damage when flanking an enemy. Which is interesting because they're also ranged units. So they don't have... Nothing has much melee attack though. Well, goblin rabble have much higher than them. So they're backstabbers. So I wonder if flanking an enemy, you can flank them with your missiles. Or if they're just supposed to, you know, shoot a few times and then you charge them in, you know, into the rear. So one thing that is interesting, actually, is the way ammunition is displayed. It's displayed as 900, so it actually counts each one firing rather than just doing this sort of strange approximation, almost, that Total War actually does. So we can conscript the survivors, but I won't. I'm going to take some gold instead. So we have 10 gold now, which is nice. We've moved up a bit. We're now here. I wish it did do a better job of displaying where you were. But, you know, that's fine. The places you can go to are hopping around, so it does give you that, at least. So you can spend money on new units. It's done as, like, card packs, which I think is quite fun. Which makes it feel a bit like you're in your friendly, you know, your friendly local game store or something. And you're picking stuff up between battles. Which, you know, how you make and paint them, I don't know, but, you know, it's a card pack, so a card game, like, you know, whatever. It's not one-to-one. So I'm going to buy some gear. Doubles troop health recovery. Cool, we got the Chug Jug after all. Fine.
See ya.
Yeah, see ya. See ya, mate. See ya. Let's go to the Sakura dynasty, because I don't think I've actually fought these guys before. So they've got a bunch of Deku commoners, Ronin wanderers. Cool. So you can enter the town, and you can buy stuff or whatever. You get some healing as well. Or you can just fight the garrison, which means you don't get the free heal from visiting a town. But you can get experience and, new units and stuff, as you would any other battle. You can auto-resolve battles as well, by the way, but we're not going to. There is some rain, so large units have their speed reduced by 50% and receive no charge bonus. So the fact there's random weather events in each battle is kind of fun too. Which isn't entirely lifted from Total War. I mean, there are weather effects in Total War games, but, these ones are like big modifiers because they're just like a one-off battle and then on to the next. I think that's kind of fun. And you do get to see the weather of the places that you're visiting. So, as far as I can tell, there's absolutely no reason in these, siege battles. This is a siege battle. I know, very, very simple, but, usually in Total War you're just fighting over the walls, and once you have the walls, the enemies run off anyway. The rest of the city is almost, was just sort of window dressing, really. So, this is, does the job. Does the job. So let's get a couple of you guys to attack here. So the towers are going to, the gatehouses are going to shoot at us. I think that's also some bowmen. So I do need to shoot them too. We're going to suffer a lot of damage from all this, I think. Yeah, maybe I should have attacked somewhere else, actually. Although that's bowmen too. I didn't want to go into the middle and have all of them converge together. I'd be able to break through and then they would trickle in one at a time, you see. But yeah, we're going to suffer a lot of damage. I didn't have to attack these guys, but, orcs, Orcs. How can I not? Oh yeah, so I think you have to attack the tower. You can't actually shoot over the walls. So yeah, real slow, our trolls now. Real slow. So we're getting through our ammo. Let's move you up. Looks like some of our boys are struggling, but that's okay. Right, now you can attack them, and we can charge them. Oh no, I think you need to keep chasing so trolls can catch up. But if you guys could get over here, that would be great. And we can just have you here, probably. Shoot over the walls at these guys. I don't think there's a debuff for shooting over the walls. Alright, they've almost had it. Excellent. I'm going to retreat you guys. Because just like how replenishment works in Total War, generally everybody gets like a percentage chunk of health back. So if you spread the damage over all of your units, then you will essentially get more healing. Alright, they're running in. No charge bonus though. And you can really tell, when we had these guys in the last battle charge someone, they lost so much health so quickly. So charge bonus, if it works anything like... let's see, does it say? Yeah, charge bonus. Temporarily boost melee attack and weapon damage by the charge value, which is something that Total War does, but the tooltips are actually worse in Total War. These actually give you a nice rundown of things, of actually what each of these things do, which I think is quite nice. I think it's very clear what everything does. And yeah, it's all, as far as I can tell, it's all the same things that Total War do. I don't know if the calculations are identical. But yeah, same kind of gist. What everything does, which I really like. So let's get you stuck in. Yeah, we've got our trolls, trying up fun time. I love how they look, like with the eyebrows and everything, they just kind of look like, I don't know, they look like they work in an office or something, They almost all look like, yeah, they all look like Mr. Bean or something. They just look like very, very generic guys. These are all the trolls that work in admin. Something about them. And yeah, you can look at unit stats in the collection panel. So there's, as well as the sort of meta game, in the main menu you can look at the sort of encyclopedia of all of the units. And all of the items and like everything you've encountered or unlocked or whatever. And you can get a little rundown of what everything is, which is fun. I think it's rather charming. Right, let's enter the town. So we're going to loot the gold. We're going to loot some gear. And we got a lucky horseshoe. Guarantees a consumable drop from battles. Okay, interesting. So you can get potions in these slots that you can use to heal people or do other things. But largely it's sort of potions are the thing. So we can conscript survivors as well. So it looks like we're going to take someone here. So they're all common. I mean, having something that's anti-large would be pretty useful. We can just throw them at anything big. We get the Ashigaru Spearmen here. And I know I said these guys are basically Cathay, but technically not, because these are sort of more Japanese rather than, Chinese. But, they fit your sort of, your Eastern nation vibe. So deposit into the town's treasury to spend upgrades after the campaign. So this is where you can deposit your gold. So this will be then, part of your sort of meta currency. So the bottom is how much you've spent total, I think. Well, how much you have already, including what you've spent. So we are filling it up, and I am going to keep throwing that in as well. I want to keep doing our meta upgrades. They're going to be important. So we have two options. We have something or a fight in a swamp. So this will let us get new units. There is a camp there. Oh, if we'd gone that way, we could have gone. I was going to say, how is this even active? So it doesn't really shut down the routes for places that are now inaccessible, which I think it should, because that's a bit weird. But yeah, let's go to there. I want an event. So a knight in shining armour approaches your camp, his horse panting in exhaustion. He explains that he was separated from his company and is in need of assistance. We can offer assistance. We'll get a new unit and some gold. But we need an 8+, so these are dice rolls. You need to actually roll the dice here. Army size requirement. Well, we have enough, so we can demand a payment up front. That gets a new unit, gold, and gold? Failure, we get gold, but not a new unit. So that's kind of fun. Let's just offer assistance. Alright, we nailed it. You can modify it with gold, so if you have plenty of money, you can make sure that you succeed these. We got some dire wolves. You offer the knight safe passage with your company, and on the following day you find his company and reunite them. The knight is grateful for your assistance and offers to join your company. Apparently the stranded knight was just lots of dogs, which is interesting. Just a bunch of dogs in a trench coat, which I think is great. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that event is, so I want to see what that is. So I'm going to go here.
How can I help you?
Good question. Good question. As you can see, some of the blister packs are worth a lot of gold. So, if you don't keep putting all your gold in the bank, maybe you can afford some of these. Fate Shine Elixir. That will guarantee the next dice roll to be a 20, which would be nice in an event. More units would be good, but at some point we're going to have too many units to be able to fit them all in. So I think we'll just, forget that for now. We also don't have any more items. I think we're just going to skip the shop. I thought those dice would be a random, you just get given an offer of dice. I always forget that that's what shops look like. I don't think it doesn't look like a shop, frankly. It just doesn't look like a shop. I think it should look like a shop. It looks like you get a choice of cards, but which technically you can buy a choice of cards, but it should still look more like a shop because there's no potions there, But anyway, we can list some people as mercenaries. Give us a new unit. Prestige a unit, so that will give them, a big stat bonus basically. But we have crap units. Prestiging any of them I think would be a waste of time, even though we can do it very easily. A group of monster hunters from the School of the Wolf have been spotted in the area. They offer to train your troops. Let's enlist them. We're going to see. They're not... Oh, we need to have 8 guys in our army in order to choose that. Okay. Sorry, I thought it was the other way around. I thought you can end up with too many people, basically. I thought that's what that was indicating. You need to have room, but no, it's you need to have that many. So I guess I'll do this one. Weirdly, you have to roll a dice to decline their offer. There's not a reward for success or failure, yet there is a dice roll, which is very weird. But sure, we prestiged a unit. So now, our trolls. You know what? The fact our trolls got prestiged is great. It might actually always prestige the rarest unit you have. That would be good. That would make sense if it did that. But that's really cool. So we've got a big bonus to our trolls now. Gonna have better stats. Very fun. So, just some skeletons. We'll fight them. Okay, roll for initiative. And we rolled a 1. Excellent. So they're going to get to deploy second, which frankly is fine. To get extra missile resistance, but no charge bonus in a forest, which is a nice way to do it. I also like that it gives you an outline of what the forests are. I wish that Total War did this. It can be really difficult to know whether you're in a forest or not sometimes. So actually, is the simple presentation allows for this sort of stuff to be done quite easily. But great, great. So we have our trolls there and our orc stalkers here. It's fine. We're just going to move everyone up, I think. Because yeah, they don't have any. Yeah, it's just fine. Alright, some doggos there. Which I'm just going to sort of sit and wait, I think. I'm going to start shooting at them, hopefully. Oh, can you get a shot in, please? Alright, you keep shooting them. These guys should be dealt with real quick, and then we can get a nice flank onto these guys. Hopefully with the aid of the archers, they'll be dealt with quickly, and they can flank these guys as well. And we should be all wrapped up nice and quickly. Excellent. Yep, you shoot whoever at this point. He doesn't seem fussed. Doesn't seem fussed at all. Alright, trolls. Let's get over here. And you guys are done. Cool. So these guys should all break in a second. Let's say when you're this close, the camera shake is just insane. It's a bit much. Okay, killed some people. Hooray. It gives you, a rundown of the kills and everything, which is nice. Claim the bounty. We're going to rewind potion, which re-rolls the last dice. That's fun. We can recruit a new unit. Come on, rare. There's nothing rare. I mean, more dire wolves would be good. These guys are a nice flanking force. Yeah, I'm going with it. I don't want to go heavy on ranged in this campaign. I want to be quite aggressive. So there is a shop. We do have 18 coins now. Oh, we do get interest at the end of each turn as well, so that does escalate. So actually, banking what we had before was probably a dumb idea, because if we carry on going, we get more and more gold. So, you're probably best to hold on to it as long as you can before banking. Basically, it's the weakest link rules, is what it is. That's what it is. We're playing the weakest link, alright? Anne Robinson is here, and she's gonna, I don't know, call us an ugly douchebag, kick us in the groin, and then have us answer some questions. That's how that worked, right? Yeah, pretty clear. The format. Rest, train, scout, or scavenge. We can gain some gear items, which we're kind of full on gear. You can sell this stuff or get rid of them. But obviously I'm not currently. Prestiging a random unit feels like a waste. I mean, maybe healing to get these guys back, but I don't think it's that important. Reveal all future paths. I kind of don't care, but we do get a consumable. Yeah, let's get a consumable. What do we get? We got a duplicate unit potion. We have 2 units of trolls now. That's cool. I mean, are trolls the best thing to use? Could we have gotten a really high tier unit? Probably. We could have got a really high rarity one, but I want more trolls. I want to make sure we've got a lot of trolls. So river and rain, or swamp and fog. So I don't want to be in the rain, because that will ruin our large units. This will ruin unit range and accuracy, but we aren't relying that much on ranged units. So I do like you get those choices. There is some strategy there, which actually more strategy than like a game like Soffel or something. You know, they've added extra elements in this game, which I think really benefit a game like this. To sort of make your choices matter a bit, because often you get the choice of a battle or a battle, and like there's absolutely no additional information there. But here, you do get a little bit extra info, which I like. Alright, roll for initiative. Okay. Great. Let's deploy. I always think we get to deploy, so I try and move them from there, but no, you have to actually... it basically deploys for you. So, I mean, they have almost nothing here. So the spears are going to be bad for our doggos. Our doggos are large. But, yeah. Oh, so there's no grouping and doing a group charge. They haven't worked that bit out. This will lower charge and speed bonus, but that's okay. They start moving out, which they are. Not a problem. But yeah, that's one big thing in Total War Warhammer. I always just like lock. I always just get a formation, lock the group attack, and then I peel people off as necessary. But in this game, nope. Nope, none of that. I mean, I'll get rid of the charge bonus, so actually... I was trying to rotate them. I'm going to move back, so that way I can get charge bonus into the back of them, hopefully. You know, when I do get around to flanking. And yes, I'm going to absolutely obliterate this side. And then I'm going to move along, because these guys take a long time to get to us, so... Alright, so you can press Control to select multiple people here, but it's Shift if you're grabbing if you're trying to select multiple units on the field, which is kind of weird. But yeah, they've had it as well. Yep, just fighting away down the line. HP shut down any second, now we can go for them. So yeah, absolute slaughter. There we go. They didn't want to stick around. Enemy host defeated. Alright, lovely. We'll claim a bounty. We can get an Alchemist's Potion, which just gives us 5 gold immediately. So we're going to drink that. Lovely. And then we can recruit a unit. Again, nothing rare. This is a bit sad. Get another Goblin Rabble. Get another Goblin Rabble. Why not, eh? Why not? Lovely. And not going to conscript any of the levies. Let's just get some more ransom. And there is a Gruntkin city. And we do have a fair bit of gold now. So actually, if I head over here, we might be able to recruit some more Gruntkin. We get rid of this Ashigaru Spearman, I suppose. I think you do get bonuses for like having the same guys, you know? A load of trolls. They have a Stone Hewer Giant and Stone Gullet Enforcers. Very fun. So we're going to enter the town rather than attack them. We can't afford to recruit. I thought we were going to get that to be a new turn. I thought we'd get that plus 5 gold and have enough to get like a really good pack. That's so sad. Damn it. If the town has the same race as army, the amount is uncapped. Oh, that's fun. So that sucks. Didn't get anything there. Well, we got the healing, I suppose. But I was really hoping better recruit a new unit. Like a decent one. Pity. Pity. But yeah, you get it later. So I guess we had already got the interest because we'd already done the battle. You know, so it's not when you next move, which I guess makes sense. It's good to know how much gold you're going to have on the next node. So, you know, I get it. I think that was the right way around. I was just being silly. So this is the sort of boss fight, really. We need to kill these Shade Lords and Bloodsworn and Mist Wraiths and Night Riders. Alright, Kit. And, yeah, okay. This is tough. This looks a little scary, but I think we can handle it, because we're awesome. Auto-resolve will just lose us the fight. But fighting it, we'll have to see. Okay, roll for initiative. Good. So that's where the enemy are. How am I going to do this? I have no idea. So goblin camps give extra melee defense to enemy units. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it just means, well, we just won't fight near it, or because I can't seem to destroy it, so I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how this works, which is a shame because, you know, this game does tend to communicate quite well. These Bloodsworn are cool, just like Blood Knights on foot. Very fun. You got little wraiths here, very cool looking. Just peasants with they just look like sort of peasants with scythes, which is fun. It's their stance. It doesn't. I mean, it looks like they're playing golf almost. I don't know. Shade Lords here, very cool. They look a lot like Depth Guard. Very fun. Yeah, more of those Bloodsworn. They do have some cavalry. The Night Riders. But yeah, they don't seem elite though. So yeah, scary stuff. So what does Ethereal do anyway? Units are unburdened by mortal bodies, cannot be slowed by terrain. That's clever, that makes sense. I'm going to shimmy down this way, I think. Keep away from this stuff. Because we're not really doing the whole ranged fighting thing, are we? Well, a little, but you know, not much. They're anti-large, so don't want the doggos on them. But we can go around them. Alright, you start shooting the Night Riders, I think. Okay, they have their own feral hounds, so I'll try and deal with them in a hurry. I don't entirely know where our feral hounds are going to go. Just so much barking. Okay, now shoot those Shade Lords, please. I'm amazed that our rabble are surviving this, actually. Alright, now we should get a good surround on them. We're actually just winning that fight anyway, it looks like. Probably because of the difficulty, because we're on, like, the first area. I don't know. We'll have to find out. So those Bloodsworn with their anti-large, I don't want to get into them. But, I mean, we've got a good flank on all these guys, don't we? Definitely. Oh, those Night Riders still going. Ooh, we don't have a good surround. These guys are gonna fail soon. Okay. Damn. Oh, we lost our surround to time. We lost it to time. And you've used all your ammo up, haven't you? Oh no, you got loads of ammo. Or do you? No, you have no ammo, but it's saying 900. The base value is 900. Alright, dials are okay. I mean, our trolls are just fine. They're having absolutely no problems. So I think we were smart to just get a load more trolls in before. But yeah, that goblin rabble had a bad time, bless him. Our Ashigaru are still fighting. But yeah, it looks like we've won. Looks like we've won. And I think we get healed between you know, between I don't know what these are called. You know, because we're just done the boss battle, but for like this branch, you know, and then we go through it again at a higher tier. We're still in the first area, whatever that means. But yeah, our trolls absolutely fine, literally no problems. Everyone else had a real tough time in that one. Okay, defeated them. We didn't lose any units though, so yeah, we'll see. They do seem to heal up a bit at the end of combat, but not much, not actually much. But we're about to go into a new area. The first few fights in that new area should be a lot easier than this one, and yeah, they should be able to rest up. Let's claim that bounty. We'll instantly get 5 gold. Lovely. And we'll recruit a unit, which is going to be rarer. The colour is going to signify how good the unit is. We can get another troll unit, or we can get some armoured dire wolves, which is nice. I kind of like that. I kind of like the armoured dire wolves. But the trolls are amazing. They're really good. They've been doing a great job, because they're just not dying, you know? Just no one's able to kill them. I'm not quite sure why. I mean, 85 armour is quite a lot. They have 80. Wow, they got 15. Yeah, 10. So you know what? These are pretty good. These are actually pretty good, and given how quick they are, they might be pretty good. You know, the charge bonus and everything? I think we're going to go more armoured dire wolves. I think that'd be fun. Or ransom some captives. So, as you can see, there are now reserves. We get a couple of reserves. Combines 3 of one type of unit, heals them to full health and prestiges them. Are we going to combine 3 of these units? No, we're probably just going to get rid of him for now, aren't we? But we may prestige them. And yeah, it'll put up melee attack and defense by 10 per level, so you can go higher. Can prestige them multiple times. So, kind of interesting, if you just keep spamming the same unit gains. There might be certain characters that are better at that, I don't know. Now, let's see. Alright, that's got snow. All units have lowered morale and break faster. That just means we'll win quicker, I think. But these guys have terrible morale. But, like, these guys have terrifying, so they can probably break the enemy quicker. Although, it looks like, I assume, because of the skulls, that means that's all undead. A lot of undead, by the looks of it. Fighting them a lot. Which, I guess, just luck of the draw. There is a little camp there. Let's go for that camp. Oh, we have to start at this camp. Silly me. So, we can rest everyone for 30%. Or, we can prestige a random unit. God, do I just risk them all being injured? I'm going to train a unit. Oh wow, it actually did the same troll again. That's nuts. Okay, I thought it would go for like the other troll or the armoured direwolves, but it's just these guys have been the lucky ones twice, which is cool. So really need to keep them going, huh? Because yeah, they're frightening. Cool. Let's go do this mission then. And okay, we're fighting Norska, basically. Which, amusingly, they've got these bolt throwers, which makes Norska very good at range. Very frightening. Yeah, these guys are pretty, yeah, 120 armor. Oof. Big oofs. Alright, this is going to be a bit rotten, I think. We're actually going to lose if we auto-resolve, so I guess we're fighting it. My word. Okay, roll initiative. Whoop. Weapon strength for player units. I don't know if they're in the area or what. We can't really afford to sort of hang around. We need to get on these bolt throwers because they do a lot of damage. They are scary. So let's get a couple of you guys over here. Let's get you over here. What is your speed? Speed is 75 and your speed is 80. So the armoured ones are 5 speed less, but that's still a lot of speed. So fine, you know, not a problem. Okay. So we're going to see these things shoot in a minute, and it's going to be scary. It's going to send people flying. See? Crazy, right? Very scary. And I guess I could actually flank with them too. Yeah, we need to get on them, because they're armoured. We need the armour piercing of the trolls. So we'll sandwich them. Looks like they've had it, and I guess you can shoot the Varangian guard. Alright. Try and pin them down. Wow, that armour piercing of the trolls isn't doing much. Let's try and get on top of them. Wow, they just don't die, huh? They don't die? They don't die. This is scary. I don't like the Varangian guards. Shield maidens don't have as much armour. They're doing pretty well. Alright, the doggos I'm going to run out because they've suffered too much damage. The armoured direwolves are doing great. But they are losing, I think. Oof. Oh, no, they're still hanging out there. Okay, looks like they've almost had it. Okay, trolls, come on. Armored dire wolves, I'm gonna have flee. God, a lot of our own guys have fled as well. Let's try and get a flank. Hopefully it'll be a shot to their morale. Yeah, hopefully they won't last. There we go. Alright, we managed it. We managed it. Okay, dead. Enemy host defeated. Hooray! And yeah, we got some healing. So I think you actually heal a lot more if you're in reserves, actually, because they seem to get a lot of health back. So you might have to rotate through these guys a bit. We can recruit another better unit as well. If it's like a decent melee unit, we can swap out the goblin rabble. Well, we can prestige them. We actually lost one, actually. I hadn't even realised that. We actually lost one of the goblin rabble. Jesus. Instantly gain 5 gold. Lovely. We're drinking a lot of gold. Recruit a unit. More armored dire wolves would be pretty cool. The bone riders. Being some goblin wolf riders, basically. Good melee attack. The charge impact damage is really high. For the sort of game we're playing, I think these guys will be really useful. Okay, brilliant. Let's head here now. I am going to heal, I think. Probably worthwhile. Prestiging a random unit, though. Might be fun. Do I want to keep doing that? No, I think we do need to rest. I think we need to rest. And yeah, I won't bother prestiging yet, because we still have some people in reserve. Do I want to swap this goblin rabble, actually, for this guy? Because he's got full health. I think that would be smart. So, do I want to attack a village? I think these are both the Empire, essentially. That'll get me to a random event, then a shop again. I don't think I want to do a shop twice in a row. That would be silly, so I think we want to go to this one so we can get something a little different each time on our way back here. So, let's do that. So, Iron Village, the garrison is tiny, so I think we're going to fight it. Auto-resolve would kill off some wolves. I don't want to do that. We're going to fight the battle. Alright. So, let's shimmy you all off to one side. No reason to attack the front. And, yeah, I guess that'll be that. It's so weird that you select multiple units with shift. If you click on the unit, if you click on the cards, it's control. It's so odd. Makes no sense for that to be different. Alright, go attack that. And yeah, okay, it attacks. It grabs a whole row. That's, I don't know, that's odd. It's like if you select them separately, it doesn't understand. I don't know. I don't know. It's silly. It's silly, is the point. Should we just have the trolls take the brunt of the arrow fire, to be honest? But look at the bone riders. Look at them go. Oh, I love them. Oh, they're so jiggly. You know, it's a lot like, God, what's it called? Tabs. Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. You know, it reminds me a lot of that. You know, the graphical style. Oh no. All anti-large. That was a stupid idea. So our dire wolves are all completely knackered. I don't know why I decided to run them in like I did. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, now it lets me grab them. Control. Sure. So yeah, controls are a little silly. So yeah, a little worried about all the doggos. Don't want to lose those doggos. That would be just silly to have done that. And yeah, they're having a terrible time. Being shot in the back. beaten to bits by all these, you know, 9-to-5ers. All these blue-collar bone moors. White collar. They're not a bit silly. Getting my collars mixed up. And it sounds like colours. Good stuff. Good stuff. Comedy. Anyway, we're going to kill these guys. That'll be cool. We could probably even fast forward. It does have time controls as well, which I appreciate. Alright, our walls are fine. Don't worry about it. So we defeated them. We're going to enter the town. We're going to loot their gold. We're going to loot their gear. See what we get. +8 weapon strength. I like that. I mean, guarantees a consumable drop from battles. That does keep giving us gold, which is pretty great. Doubling troop health recovery, also kind of massive. But yeah, I think that's what we lose. But everyone getting extra. Only cavalry. Oh, that was dumb. I just thought that was units. I just saw units. So melee units gain extra melee attack, which does include our cavalry. But yeah, these guys get extra weapon strength as well. That's fine. Not going to conscript survivors. I am going to... Am I going to deposit gold? That is a lot of money for our like meta currency, but I'm going to assume we're going to survive a lot longer. And I'm going to keep getting that interest. Now, let's see. Yeah, we're going this way. And then we're going to pick healing, I think. Because, well, everyone's hurt. And that won't do. Ooh, do I want to, though? I don't really want to, but I will. Because it's not that much. There's not that many extra wolves. But it makes me feel better. Now I'll go to the shop. I do have 102 gold now. So I can get one legendary unit that'll hopefully carry us. Siege Claws. Anti-infantry flaming ammo catapult. Amazing. Love that. Oh, I got a signature unit apparently. Nice little achievement there. Lovely. And then these guys, I could prestige. I could prestige them. Because we don't have enough units to do that. Alright, I'm going to prestige them. I mean, might be a bit of a waste having them prestiged, but that's fine. So for that, like, oh wow, it goes up in price. For that, like, 100, I could have got a couple of them. I could have got a couple of uncommon units, which could have been like a couple more units of trolls or something.
Safe travels, my friend.
Thanks, buddy. But still. I could train now. Oh, I could rest these guys up some more. I'm going to train. Oh, Ashigaru, really? The ones I'm going to get rid of? Because I want to have all orcs, really. So that's disappointing. I did think it would go for the most rare. I think we just got lucky with the Bone Maw Trolls. That's sad. Artillery can cause friendly fire. Well, they do fire damage, that makes sense. Cool. They have their own artillery. Got Berserkers and Valkyries. I mean, either one of these, if we just attack him with our catapults, I think we're going to be laughing. Auto-resolve will lose us the fight. It is odd to have an auto-resolve at all in a game like this, when, like, the point of the battles. It's a bit strange. It's a little odd. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. Great little reference there. There's a lot of tips. A lot of them are silly, and a lot of them are useful. But you know, the useful tips get run out pretty quickly, so it's nice to have just some silly things in there too. Gets people to pay attention to that part of the screen on the loading screens, which I think I've mostly been cutting out, because I've mostly not been talking through them. Okay, so you guys are apparently a signature unit. Very cool. Love the spikes on the front. Very orky. Very fun. So, I am going to throw you over here, I think. So you can go for the Valkyries. And those Huskarls are a little scary as well, to be honest. I think I'm going to keep our doggos back. And we're going to have our cavalry and armoured wolves over there. And then you guys, I think, can try and hold the front lines. And yes, he is a little exposed there. But that's okay. I'm going to intercept, you see. Here they come. Kablam. I mean, that doesn't feel amazing, does it? Yeah, I don't know. Not sure about that. It's fine, I guess. I mean, that went really well. Because apparently they didn't take much damage from it, which is odd. Right, let's get rid of them quickly so we can, like, run the heck away from there. Alright, they got absolutely shut down, which is great. A little worried about friendly fire, but that seemed to go pretty well, so huzzah. Let's keep shooting them. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright, I'm enjoying this. How many kills have you gotten? 18 so far? Alright, oh no, they do flee. They just have very high leadership. And there they go. Okay. Oh dear. You can shoot them again now. Shield maidens, hopefully have a bad day. Oh dear. Bit of friendly fire. Not a problem. Yeah, maybe you should stop now. Maybe you should stop. Huh. Doesn't seem to be a fire at will button for them. There is for them, but not for the artillery. Oh, ceasefire. Okay, that's fine. Cool. Yeah, it seems they don't have a fire at will. They have you click an enemy to attack, and then you just tell them to stop attacking, which actually I think works really well for artillery. I think that's good. Cool. That was really fun. That was really fun. So where are they anyway? There they are. So 33 kills. I think they did a lot of damage though. Like a hell of a lot of damage. And you know what? So did these guys. Bloody Ashigaru. You weren't supposed to be that good. Alright, what are we getting? We get more Dire Riders. I quite like the Dire Riders. I think they've been doing really well. But also some Orc Ravagers, which would give us a better, like, melee infantry option, which I think is good. If we had the chance to get more Dire Wolves, I'd probably get them and then prestige them. I think more Dire Riders. Be a very mobile force. Okay, let's head forwards into the snow. All units break quicker. No artillery this time. No artillery. This should be pretty straightforward. I'm amazed how bad auto-resolve is. I just don't know why you would use it. Even if you could easily wipe them out. It's very quick to wipe them out. So, you know, why wouldn't you just play the battle? Kind of the point. I don't know. Because with it being a roguelike, I just can't imagine you ever being in a position where it becomes, like, so trivial that you would want to skip it. In a way that isn't just like, well, you're good at Total War, so it's trivial. That makes sense.
As you wish.
So yeah, Siege Claws, I think on the side is the best way for them. I mean, you saw how effective they were when placed, like, on the edge, you know? Oh, you're already over there. Sure. I was like, where the heck are my dire wolves? My armored ones. They're over there. Sure. I didn't swap my boys around. Okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, you start shooting those shield maidens. Yeah, we can start doing a bunch of damage to them. That'd be great. Some really good damage there. Wow, yeah, real good. Let's get the Dire Riders in a nice position. We'll just keep the enemies busy. And then we can just like charge in with everybody into here, yeah? How's that sound? Perfect. Keeping 2 enemies busy there. Okay, now you've all charged in. You can start aiming for these fellas. 1 shot, and then I will charge. Alright, you can stop now. Okay, you start moving up. Because I'm going to want you to shoot at these guys. Yeah, just tell them to go for the Valkyries. And we are breaking through these Varangian Guard. They've only got 1 kill so far. We have them properly surrounded. They've only lost 4 models. A lot of damage taken, but I'll go for the Valkyries. Which look great. Blimey. They look great, all the different shields. I think they're awesome. Very cool. Okay, they got dealt with. I love to see it. Okay, that's great. All of our cavalry charging in. Yeah, I guess you can keep shooting them. That's fine. Oh. Accidentally got our doggos in combat, but not a problem. Not a problem. Alright, you can stop now. Ooh. Excellent hit. Startled our dogs a bit, but that's fine. Everyone else is stuck in? Excellent. Wonderful. Okay, lovely. Claim our rewards, more bounty, recruit a better unit. What are we going to get? Could get more Dire Riders, and we could prestige them. We could prestige them, or we could just swap out our melee units entirely, and just have all cavalry. Just all cavalry, doggos, trolls, and artillery. Sounds pretty great, I think. Could be awful, but just all those charge bonuses. I'll just, you know, make use of the fact that I am more than happy to just cycle charge like mad. Do we want to get rid of the Orc Stalkers? I think maybe we do. I'm not sure what this is. This is games, apparently. This is games, according to this. I'll do unknown. We don't have that much gold. But this might get us some gold. Or like a new unique unit or something. We'll see. Okay, so it turns out the question mark, it was just a battle. It was just a battle here. That's a shame.